Oh, by the way, you should let Chantal know that, like, I'm obsessed with her videos and that I love her and everything, so.
You know it's filming, right?
What?
Sit down. Sit down. Let's start this.
I didn't know you pressed start.
Okay.
My bad.
You gotta get in here, girly. I can't see you. Pretend you like me.
I'm good. Kidding.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Welcome back to my channel. We have what we're going to read in February. And the reason I'm making this video, and I don't normally make these videos, is because we want to participate in the Readathon. And I wanted a perspective from a child that would like to join me. And mainly to hold myself accountable. I don't think I have ever fully completed one of these readathons. This is a month long, so I might have actual success this month. So, let's do this. I'm not very good at choosing like TBRs because I genuinely go for what I'm in the mood in or something maybe that had sparked an interest and I'll dive into that. So making TBRs are really difficult for me, but I have a goal this year of reading all of the books on my bookshelf. Excuse me, reading the books off my bookshelves, and this way I can kind of just start dwindling down all of these books that I have that I keep saying I want to read and never have read. And in so doing, I have found like a stack of books that I'm like, you know, I keep putting these aside as a last resort to read, so they're gonna go. And so that's been really great. And it kind of started from a friend of mine who is going to be moving, and she has just been reading her shelves, and she's talked about how she's been able to dwindle these small. And I keep thinking ahead of the time when we're going to have to pack everything up again and just really choosing the best things. Okay, yes. Okay, I will get started. So we have two challenges that we are participating in. One is the Read Your Bookshelves Challenge that is hosted by Chantal from An Intentional Life. And this month's prompt was read something with red on the cover. Which one did you choose?
I chose Hummingbird Heart. I found this at a library book sale, that's the word. And it looked really interesting, and I liked the cover of it. And it has red on the spine, so I count that.
Yes, the prompt is something with red on the cover, spine, whatever. This one is, which is easier, sharing your bone marrow or opening your heart? Okay.
Kind of.
Okay, and then my book I'm choosing is Marilla of Green Gables. I got this for my birthday last year in April, and I have yet to actually pick it up and read it all the way through. But yeah, this is one I've been wanting to read. So this has my red on the cover. It's more of a burgundy, but I'm counting it. This is more of a purple. But that is for sure red.
I just realized this is an eye of a dragon.
Yes.
Oh. I didn't realize that one.
Eye of the tiger, it's the... Okay.
Excuse me, that's a dragon. Wait.
Potato. Alright.
Yeah, dragon.
Then we're going to get into... Okay, well, a couple of these things. I have some library books I want to read, and I think you do too. You have that one, and then you have a couple other ones. So, I have the second book in the Flavia de Luz Mysteries. I read Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie after Sharon. I will leave her YouTube channel link down below. Sharon, if you're watching, and I know you probably are, it's time for you to do another video. No pressure. And her Instagram, and she shares a book review. She's the Charlotte Mason mama. Love that gal. And she raves a lot about these, and I saw that my library had all of them, so I have the second one. I do not find these at thrift stores or library sales or anything, so the fact that my library had them made me so happy. We found the only Jamie Jo Wright book that my library has, and I have not read it. So Echoes Among the Stones, and I have a Jamie Jo Wright enthusiastic after reading Haunting from something circus.
The Haunting at
Bonaventure. Yeah, Bonaventure. I keep wanting to do
I think it's like The love of my life.
So we both read this, fell in love with it. We also both love Phantom of the Opera, and I think there was things with that. So this is the only one that my library has. So I want to read that. And then for my nonfiction, she and I are working through our own version of phone nonfiction. What do you have?
The Teen's Guide to Social Media and Devices, 21 Tips to Wise Posting.
And I know she likes it because she keeps bringing me this book and says, Mom, listen to this. Blah, 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 blah. Mom, we should do this. Blah, 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 blah. So she likes it, and I am doing 12 Ways Your Phone is Changing You. I was supposed to be doing it with her, but honestly, she's way far ahead of me in those kinds of books. So those are the library books I want to read and my nonfiction. What about you?
I have Heartless. This one looked like a really interesting book about, it's kind of like a Melanie Dickerson book. Like, she doesn't want to marry this one guy, so she escapes, but there's a dragon in here, so that's, sorry.
Lions and tigers and bears, oh my.
It's not where Melanie Dickerson books type thing comes in, but she wants to marry like a Prince Charming type dude, but when the one dude comes that she's supposed to marry, she runs away, kind of what Melanie Dickerson books type thing does. And it just looked like a really interesting book, and I didn't realize this cover was an eye until I realized it. It's like, this is an eye.
I love that she calls Prince Charming dudes.
It says Prince Charming. She dreams of a charming
I know.
Prince Charming.
But you interpret it as dudes. She doesn't want to marry the dudes.
Yeah.
I love this girl.
And then I have 3 Christian heroes. I have Betty Green.
Isn't one of those for the challenge though?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Lottie Moon. And this is the one that I'm gonna be doing for the historical readathon. But this one's Florence Young, and I really like these books. These are ones that are really good.
And you've read the Nate Saint and the wife one. I can't think of her name.
Except that was not his wife. That was his sister.
Ah.
So I need to find the wife one now because I'm going crazy.
Okay, so we're gonna get going here. February. This is my book. So the first one is a book set in a place that you have visited. So Colleen Coble has redone her covers because I had a different cover and a different title for this book, and when I was looking it on Google to try to figure out what part of a series it was to ask my librarian, we found out that it's the same book as this one. This is called Anathema, and this takes place in Indiana. And from being born in California, living there all 30 years of my life, and then moving to Indiana, I'm counting this as a place that I have visited, and now I live. And so we went through this county when we came up here, so I'm counting it. So this is a burglary and double murder in peaceful Amish country is a big news, and it's her worst nightmare because her beloved parents were the ones killed, and the close-knit family community insists she must forgive the killer and reach out to his family, but how could Hannah do that? So I thought this would be really interesting. So that is my choice for places visited, because I never go anywhere. Neither does she.
Yeah. The one that I chose was Grace, Gold, and Glory by Gabrielle Douglas. It's about her true story of how she became a gymnast and all that. And
so her history.
Yeah. This one takes place in Iowa, which we visited while we were moving.
Des Moines, Iowa. We actually stopped right outside there and visited a family, so.
Yeah.
And it also counts for the second prompt, which is a book by a diverse author. I have Hidden Figures. This is, again, a book that I talked about in my What I Want to Read this year. And, yeah, I would like to read Hidden Figures.
And I also have the same exact.
Because she has a lot of books that she's got to read for schoolwork, too. And then the next book is No People on the Cover. What do you have?
I have
which takes place during a war, but we couldn't figure out which war.
Yeah.
And it has a road on it. So that doesn't seem right for World War II. I'm assuming it's a Vietnam, but I genuinely don't know. One of the pictures has a road, like black with yellow lines. And I don't remember that being in World War II.
Yeah, I'll have to figure out which one.
So that's hers. And then I have My Hands Came Away Red. This might be a little stretch for a Historathon, but I read this in high school and loved it so much. This is about a group of high school or young college, I don't remember, 18-year-olds, so young adults. It's the story of a group of young adults that basically go on a mission trip to Indonesia and then end up in conflict over there. And so it's kind of a survival for these teens, and this is like nothing they thought it was going to be. They thought it was going to be like this great mission trip where they're spread the love of Jesus, and then they get caught in conflict. And I remember how moving this was for me as a teen, and so I've been wanting to reread it, and I actually remembered the title one day and went online immediately and bought it. So this was, I think, back in the 90s. So again, it might be a stretch for a Historathon, but it was based on a true story that happened a long time ago. And again, it was very moving to me. So that's what I have. The next one is War Not World War I.
Oh.
I love your choice of this one. So she has a book. She wants to read The Lovely War. And I know Curly Girl Reader mentioned that. Yeah, it's like 500 pages. She really wanted to do this one.
Like so bad.
But it covers Wars 1 and 2, but it's told from the Greek goddesses' perspective. So I was like, you should read more about the Greek goddesses and all of that before you get into this so that you have more of an understanding. You did Bullfinch's mythology.
Yes.
And have you done D'Aulaire's Greek mythology? I think we kind of went over it, but I don't know if we went. And then
I read a lot of Greek.
But anyway, this is
stuff.
Anyway, you should share yours because I thought it was brilliant. So she chose the Trojan War. I love it. I love it. If I had anything that I had wanted to read dealing with like the Trojan War or Greek mythology, I totally would have gone with that. I love it.
And this one is
and then this kind of gives her more Greek god ideas before she gets into this, and so kind of basically just refreshes her mind. Bullfinch's mythology is kind of heavy and intense, so I have a feeling she'll just breeze through that and understand completely, but I was like, hey, maybe, read this before, and then she's like, oh, I could use this for my wars. I love it.
And then I can get that one.
And so, again, choosing books off of my TBR list that I wanted, I have Jojo Moyes' The Girl You Left Behind, which is World War I. I have a feeling this is going to be a DNF, so I'm hoping I'm really surprised by this. I really hope so. Okay, what else do we have? We have a historical subgenre.
Okay,
I think both of us have the same thing. We chose historical romance.
Yeah. I have Aiming for Love, and I got this one from a Christian bookstore down the street, and it looked really good.
Mary Connolly, and your aunt loves Mary Connolly.
And she read these, and she loves them.
Yeah.
So she's going to give me the other two.
Yeah, my sister really loves Christian romance.
Loves.
Really loves. And I have this Tamara Alexander. I was like, do I have any history fantasy? I don't have anything. So I'm going to do With This Pledge, which is historical romance, and it takes place during the Civil War. So this is a hunka chunka.
I know.
So I want to read this. And then the next one is Name and the Title.
Okay, so I have Florence Young, and that was one of the ones that was the library ones. One of the library ones I wanted to read.
This one too. And then this one is I always go Malala. I Am Malala. So I want to do this one. And it's her history. So I call these historical. This one is a book set during winter. She's looking at her stack and she's like, Mom, I have way too many books. I don't know if I can read it all. I'm like, find something short. She's like, winter, what can I do with winter? Everything is so big. And I was like, do one of these. And she's like, Mom, that's too big. I'm like, but they're full of short stories.
Yeah. And this one is for the Chantal's like, read your bookshelf. This is for December. So I'm going to read Snow Queen.
For February.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe
It's a
Snow
German
White.
tale.
Maybe.
And then I have the Red Ribbon. This is by Pepper Basham. This is the True Colors series, and they're kind of fictionalized these true crimes. This one takes this is an Appalachian feud that blew up in 1912. And I was like, well, I don't know when this takes place. Well, it opens up in winter. And so if the book opens up during winter, some of this is set during winter. And this is the only thing I could find for that. I don't know where it ends up, but it starts off in winter. So I have this one. And y'all can decide if that's, worth it or not. And then we have the last prompt is a multi-generation. Actually, we also have a group read, which is The Yellowbird Sings, something like that. It's on its way. That's actually one of the books that I purchased this year. So that's on its way. Thank you, credit card credits. I got that one for free. And then the last prompt we have is multi-generation. And this one was hard for me to figure out. I really struggled with that. I knew for you.
Yeah. I have Jeanette Oates, Julia's Last Hope.
This one covers the span. Oh, gosh. No. Oh, my goodness. The one I was thinking of is Too Long a Stranger. Do you have that one? The one I was thinking of tells the story of this mom and this daughter. And the mom basically loses her husband, and so she takes over these wagon where you bring supplies back and forth, and basically kind of loses her daughter. She doesn't understand her daughter. She puts her in school, and her daughter grows up. It's not Roses for Mom. It's Too Long a Stranger.
But we could do this one. It's the children have been left.
Yeah, but you have no idea who the mom is, so it's not really multi-generation because it doesn't span both mom and daughter.
Oh, it has to be mom and daughter?
Yeah. Or fathers and sons or whatever. You have, in that book, you have the father in there talking about the mother. You have a little bit of the mom and who she was, and then you have her. You can do that one.
Okay. I'm doing Legacy of Honor.
Yes. Sorry. Ow! We figured this out.
Okay.
Okay.
Legacy of Honor.
Legacy of Honor.
Legacy.
And so this one I have read, and I did a review on this one. This one has the dad playing a role in here, and the mom's influence before she died, and then it's her story. And then also, too, you have this other side of the family, and you have some of their dynamics. So, I'm counting it because I don't think we have anything else. And then I have Ivan. I talked about this in my other one. Fathers and Sons. And so this is supposed to be like another Brothers Karamazov kind of book. And so it's also really short. So that's what I have for the multi-generation. So we have a lot of books to get through this month.
Yeah, no kidding.
Oh gosh, here.
I feel like you have...
Okay. Okay, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
Okay, so I forgot one of the books that I was supposed to read for February. Not like a supposed to, but one of the books I got from the library that I need to return in like 3 weeks. Anyway, this one is called Winter's Bullet. This one is about the Nazis and how a boy is supposed to help Hitler make different like bombs and ammunition and all that just so he could, survive and not be killed. So that was one that I forgot to include in the February read.